Hi, I'm Joy Lawrence. Welcome to my online English class. In this video, I will go over the syllabus and show you how to navigate my course. I'm not going to go over the entire syllabus because I recognize that would be super boring. I do want to hit the highlights though, so let's get started. This course will focus on the writing process. I know it says here that you'll be writing 8,000 words, and you will, but don't be discouraged. You won't be writing them all at once. These are the books that you'll need for the course. This book, Once I Was You, A Memoir of Love and Hate in a Torn America by Maria Hinojosa. This novel, The Human Comedy by William Saroyan. And our online class textbook. This is a free online open resource and it's called English Composition 1. You can find a link to this textbook on the homepage. I also have it linked on the pages that assign readings from it. Pay attention to the page numbers when using this online book because it is easy to get confused. All of the assignments in the first week are mandatory. I'll drop students who miss them to make room in the course for students on the wait list. If you miss one of these assignments but don't want to be dropped from the course, make sure to email me as soon as possible to let me know. I'm not trying to get rid of students. I'm just trying to drop students who are not participating. Every Friday, I will send out an announcement going over what we'll be doing starting on Monday of the next week. Make sure to read these announcements because there's important information in there. I think of these like my opening announcements I'd give at the beginning of a face-to-face class. I'll also send out an announcement every Tuesday to give out additional information, go over resources, provide reminders, etc. These are the student learning outcomes you should be able to do upon completing the course. Make sure to read over those when you get a chance. You'll see them again on the course assignments to show where these student learning outcomes are being applied. These are all of the assignments that we'll cover in class this semester. I want to point out that I determine grades based off of the number of points a student has earned by the end of the semester. I do not go off of percentages. So you'll want to make sure to keep track of your points and not your percentages to have an idea of where you stand with your grade. There are 1,000 points in the class, plus extra credit points, and a total of 900 points will earn you an A, a total of 800 points earns a B, 700 points earns a C, 600 points earns a D, and 599 points or fewer will earn an F. Make sure to view the submission requirements, the students with disabilities statement, the revision requirements, peer reviews, and the future use of work. I'm afraid if I go over all of that right now, I'll lose some of you, and we haven't even gotten to the course navigation yet. I know it's tempting, I know you get busy, but avoid the temptation to plagiarize. I do have all of your submissions running through turnitin.com, so make sure that everything you write is your own. Also, make sure to always provide in-text citations whenever you use information that did not originate in your own head, even if you put it in your own words. Citing your sources is a good habit to get into since you'll need to do it for all of your academic essays that you write while you're in college. I don't accept late work. I know that things happen and life sometimes doesn't cooperate with our deadlines, and that's why I have extra credit assignments. My late work policy is in place to help keep everyone in class on track and to keep me from going insane. I try to keep everything organized, and that includes my grading process. When I get students turning in assignments from different classes, I can't force my brain to toggle back and forth without taking a serious hit to my mental balance. So, to keep from going insane, I don't accept late work. To make sure I'm fair, I don't accept late work from anyone. To keep from penalizing you, I balance this policy out by offering up some extra credit. There's an extra credit module I'll show you when I go over the course navigation. I also want to point out that almost everything will be open starting on the Friday before classes begin. The only things that will remain locked are the discussions, the midterm, and the final. The discussions remain locked until the Friday before the week they'll be held, and I do this to try to have discussions in as real time as possible. The presentation at the end of the semester is also locked down until we get closer to it. Make sure to look over the attendance policy and the drop deadlines. If you need to drop the class, make sure that you meet these deadlines. Here you'll find the schedule of assignments. I don't change due dates. I don't move assignments around. You should keep a copy of this syllabus handy so that you can consult the schedule of assignments as we go through the semester so that you know what's coming up. The very end of the syllabus is a page that has frequently asked questions. Make sure you read through them because your question may be answered there. If you have any questions about my syllabus or policies, send me an email. I'm happy to answer questions. Now for the exciting part. Let me show you how to navigate my course. Let's start with the homepage. Here you'll find some useful resources, so make sure to check it out. Questions about an online class at Porterville College? Here's a link that'll answer some questions about that. Unsure of how to view grades on Canvas? Here is a tutorial for viewing grades on Canvas. Are you unfamiliar with Canvas? Then I highly recommend this course. It's a self-running course and it's not very long. It'll give you all of the basics of what you need to know about Canvas. Over here are my class resources. As I mentioned earlier, you can find a link to the textbook here, and we'll be using this textbook. I also have links to it on the pages that assign readings from it. The mandatory first assignments for the first week, I have this reminder here to remind you that you need to complete those assignments, and if you miss one and don't want to be dropped from the class, make sure to email me as soon as possible. The best way to navigate my course is through the modules. If you work only off of the to-do list that you have on the home page, then you'll miss the instructional pages and you won't see how the modules are organized to deliver information that builds on previous information. To access the modules, you can click on this link here on the home page, or you can click on the modules button in the navigation to the left, and you can also click on this start button that will take you directly to the first module. Here we're looking at the first module. Each module starts with a overview page to give a little information about what you'll be working on in that module. And when you enter this module, you should click on Next to keep going through to progress to the next page. If you want to get out of the module that you're in, you can simply click on the modules button in the navigation menu. I want to scroll down to show you the extra credit module that I was telling you about earlier. There are 5 extra credit assignments in this module worth 10 points each. You have until November 24th to complete the assignments in the extra credit module, but that doesn't mean you have to wait until the deadline. You are welcome to complete them at any point between when the semester begins and November 24th. You will have reading logs that you'll do for the class. You'll complete reading logs from Maria Hinojosa's book, Once I Was You. So make sure to read the page that goes over that. Here's the expectations page for reading logs. There's a template that you will use to complete your reading logs. And there's also a sample here for you to take a look at to get an idea of my expectations for these. Now, when we read Saroyan's book, instead of reading logs, you will have quizzes. You'll have reading quizzes. There's 2 types of quizzes. You'll have reading quizzes for the human comedy. You can see that they are 15 minutes is all that I've given you, but there's only 5 questions. So make sure that you have read the assigned reading and that you have all of your notes with you before you take the quiz. You'll also have instructional quizzes anytime I go over something like this right here, brainstorming and paragraph development. There's the instructional page before it that gives information, assigns reading, has a video for you to watch. And then the next page is a 5-question, 5-point quiz about that skill that you read about and learned about. We'll have discussions for every assigned reading from Hinojosa's book and from Saroyan's book. Each discussion has a specific topic assigned. Let's take a look at one. I open the discussions up on the Friday before the week that they're due. So, for example, this discussion will open up on the Friday before that the week that it is assigned to be done. So, since it is due on on August 30th, then it will open up on August 27th. And then you have until August 30th to do your original post and until August 31st to do your 2 follow-up posts. Well, I think that about covers my syllabus and course navigation. If you have any questions, send me an email so I can answer them. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great semester.